we need to talk about what you've been putting in your mouth. That trendy diet isn't working the way you thought it would. When we are going into some kind of trendy diet, let's just say keto, for example, for our first one, that is eliminating almost one entire macronutrient, almost to the point of elimination. It's very, very, very low carb. That in itself is going to cause a calorie deficit. A calorie deficit is what's going to elicit weight loss. Now, let's look at vegan. That's another thing. We're eliminating all animal protein, which is a very large portion of what people tend to eat. That is going to elicit a calorie deficit because you're eating a lot less in general. If we are looking at semaglutide use, an Ozempic, a Wegovy, some medication like that, it is going to depress your appetite to a very low level. And this is just putting this very, very simply. And it's going to cause weight loss. It's going to cause a calorie deficit. There is no magic when it comes to keto, Atkins, vegan, any of the trendy stuff that you see out there. It's all under the same umbrella of a calorie deficit. That is what is driving the fat loss, not that you eliminated carbs. You should know that when you do start a new dietary regimen, there's often going to be some water loss, which might be reflected on the scale, and you say, oh great, oh my gosh, it's working. I lost 12 pounds this month. A lot of that's just gonna be water. If I hacked off your arm, you would still lose 15 pounds, but would you be happy? What people want is fat loss. There is a difference between weight loss and fat loss. Weight loss can be arbitrary and it's a little bit kind of random and you don't know where necessarily it's going to come from. But if we are looking for fat loss, we are typically keeping protein high, carbs around the moderate to high area depending on activity, and fats are gonna be on the moderate to low end, again, depending on activity levels. I understand why someone would go vegan, totally. From a moral standpoint, from a health standpoint. Atkins gets a little bit on the fishier side, but when we start reaching the detox teas, the waist trainers, the fat burners, that is the trendy and often expensive category of fitness supplements that are most of the time not necessary. If there was a fat burner that worked the way they all claimed, the United States would not have an obesity epidemic. That little pill is not going to do what you think it's going to do. A placebo is nice, and it might get the ball rolling. It might make you feel like you're really starting that new routine, but it's not doing what you think it's going to do. It's often just an expensive caffeine supplement. When it comes to detox teas, if you have a working liver, if you have working kidneys, you don't need to detox because your body is doing that for you. A detox tea is often sold at a very high ticket price, often by influencers on Instagram who just want your money and they don't necessarily care about your health and they don't care about the integrity of that product, which is often not going to deliver the results that they claim it will. Trying to stay away from anything that is being sold to you at a high ticket price is probably gonna be your best bet. If something is being sold to you and it seems a little bit gimmicky, if it seems too good to be true, it often is. Your solutions are quite simple and you can start with whole grains, fruits, meat, vegetables, stuff that is grown from the earth, maybe not necessarily from a package.